Do it now. Don't wait for the perfect time, it's now or never. Embrace this day to chase your dreams, start that project, or take that first step. Your future self will thank you down the line.
Yes, absolutely. Your future self is so important. I'm so glad to be back amongst you guys again. I am your host, Kazerny Bussy.
And I am your co-host, Empress Layla.
Back with another episode of Popular Expressions. I just want to thank all of the support. You guys are really helping us to grow. Pushing out this great information, great energy, and just kind of changing the narrative of the world. We promote that people express themselves freely and feel free doing it, So thank you guys so much.
And welcome.
I guess I could tell you to like and subscribe, leave your comment and feedback right now, to keep us moving forward. But yeah, the topic is do it now. Do it now. It's another big one. All of them been really big so far, man. But this one right here is one of them calls to action. Do
Procrastination.
It now. Procrastination.
Yeah.
So, what about procrastination?
Doing that. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. If you have the opportunity to do something, if it's been put in your present, that means you're equipped to handle it. Maybe you may not see it, or you may not feel like you could do it, but I believe if you've been presented with a situation, that means you can handle that situation. So you should stand in that situation. Don't be afraid, and don't procrastinate. Just do it.
Do it now.
Yeah, do it now.
It all sounds easier said than done, don't it?
I know. Like we're talking like...
Yeah, everybody could just do it.
Yeah, but I feel like once the challenge come forth, that means it's present for a reason. It's because you can, what's the word I'm looking for? I was gonna say divert through the situation. I don't know if that's the correct word, but you definitely could maneuver through the situation. You may not see that you can, but the challenge is there definitely to help you grow.
So the challenge is presented to help us grow.
Absolutely, at all times. And it's how we handle the situation that our growth comes forth.
And do it now. When I think of that, I think of time, like the clock. And, time is ticking. Time is something that waits on nobody. So regardless to, what you do or what you don't do, time is going to continue to, stay active, in motion. It was a time when I was younger, I remember. And I'm not younger anymore. I'm not old, but I'm not as young as I used to be. And, that statement people make in life. They be like, "And only if I knew back then what I know now." So that statement comes up a lot. What you feel about that one?
You know what? It's funny you bring that up because you're not West Indian. I'm not West Indian. I'm Caribbean American. You're, we'll say, we won't say
I'm
American. We'll say, you are American. Can we say a Native American? You are American. And Haitian people have like a thing they say at all times. They say sim te condé. So sim te condé means if I knew. And I remember growing up as a young teenager, I used to dread that word, sim te connais. Like if I only knew, I would do things different. Like, because, we all are growing. And I always used to say, I really don't want to use that word when I grow up. And believe it or not, I find myself using that word, if I only knew. So it's funny you even bring that up, because if I only knew comes with experience, and sometimes it can be something so simple, and that's why it's so important for us to share our experiences with one another, because that's how some people learn. It may be dreadful, it may be embarrassing, but your experience can stop someone else from going down that path. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's really nothing wrong with
Nothing wrong with it, but I mean, like, if we could prevent if I only knew, or sim te connais, as the Haitian people would say. Big up to the Haitian massive. Yeah. I guess that's part of life, right? That's part of growing up. I mean, certain things you got to go through for you to say, like, it's part of life. So certain things we can't divert. It's part of life. But yeah, I dread that word.
I say that.
If you want, that's one of the words I dread it as a young woman. But I realize that you can't. It's just part of life. So hopefully, you learn what you're supposed to learn when you're supposed to learn it, and we grow from it.
This broadcast is, it's not subject to a certain age group or a certain gender.
No, it's about growing.
It's about the growth process, and
exactly.
I think anybody, would be privileged today to say if they knew, what they knew back then. But that's because you came from that place back then. Some people didn't make it past back then, but you're here now, which mean that, it's not over. You still have, the opportunity. You have the most important thing, actually. You have the realization of knowing that you grew and you know more now. And I mean, actually, I feel like that means you could do some things different. It's never too late, regardless of how old you may be or how young you are. It's never too late to do it now.
But I think that's more in the dynamic of the younger people thinking they're smarter than the older people till they get the experience. And then that lies into, oh, no, it really doesn't have to do with age. It really has to do with experience. So that goes in many ways too, because, you know, as you younger, you think we as a younger youth, we think we're wiser than the older people because we see things different. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about experience. So I think that's why we all say if we only knew, but we can't know because it's about experience. So it's just part of life. We just gotta, you know, like you said, do it right now.
Yeah, it's one of them things where, you know, it's always gonna be somebody younger than we are. So, you know, to the youngins, you know, my children, they like to
They see things different.
That's giving 2016 vibes. I'm like, what do you mean 2016? 2016 wasn't that long ago. But, you know, we learn from each other. It's a collective, you know, life universe we live in. And, you know, of course we can learn from the present generation, and we can learn from our past as well. And that kind of segue me into, you know, what I feel is really important. Yeah, because that's where we headed. We headed to that place. Like right now, we can shape and kind of, you know, mold this existence that, you know, we all live in, and we all have our individuality, and I think that we all have that, you know, we all have what it takes to shape what we would want, you know, our future to look like, you know? And I think that right now is the time. And that's why the topic is so big, because it's like, when are you going to do it if you don't do it now?
As you're speaking right now, I was waiting for you to say those words. Do it now. I heard you speaking. I was just waiting for you to say those words. Do it now. We just have to do it now. What they say, tomorrow's not promised. Today is a gift. And use it wisely. So just do it now. As we start in a new chapter, whatever you feel within you, just go for it. Don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate. Don't withhold. Just do it now.
I had this quote, man. It's like, even if you don't know where you're going, keep going till you get there. And, you know, that simply means to me that, like, it's not always going to be this clear pathway or this perfect roadmap. You know, sometimes
it may get scary and will get scary.
But not even scary. Like, you'll get rerouted and redirected. But
that may be scary for some people at times.
Yeah, you know, the unknown is, it could be intimidating and scary.
And that's okay.
You know? But, you know, it's always you facing yourself. You know, that's the biggest fear. Like, that fear comes from that inner part, that inner surface of you. So you have to be willing to face that. Because, you know, if you're not facing it, then, like, you can't run from yourself. And that's kind of like why it's so important to do what you're here to do, because, you know, it'll be a real bad place if you left, with the thought or the feeling in your heart that you didn't
Left what?
do, the things that you could have done while you was here,
When you said left.
That's not R.I.P. That's not resting in peace. That's kind of misery. That's like hell on earth. I think the best part of this world we living in and the message I want to give to the people is the muscle. And what is the muscle? When you first, a lot of people want to have that, that thing to go to the gym on top of the year. You know how that go?
I need
But
some.
when you first go to that gym with this goal. Of course, you're not there yet. But imagine, all it takes or all it took was for you
Psychology
to.
says it takes 21 days to recondition anything.
That's all it takes.
That's what psychology
You
says.
could be a whole different person by this time next year if you just do it now. Like you could be and this is not like a rush process on anything. I often say Rome wasn't built in a night.
It's just a want
It's that desire, that pull,
and discipline.
that discipline. And just you knowing your value and your worth and what you really are worth, because you're worth more than you could imagine. Like just to think that you're here on this earth in this time that we in, a great time, and you're here for nothing. That would be blasphemy. Like, we in one of the greatest times to be alive. Maybe in our ancestors' time when they was here, it was the greatest time for them. But we in this time now, and I think that this is the greatest time to just really open yourself up and, try some new things. Do that thing that's been on your heart, Hey, just really get yourself in that position. Get yourself in that position, Get yourself in a position to be...
You.
Yeah. Good word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put all the energy in yourself. And it should be about you first. And if you can't give it to you, then you can't give it to anyone else. So it should start with you. And by you nurturing yourself, you can nourish someone else.
Opening up doors, for your future self. You might learn some things through this ordeal, through this journey that you never would have known if you didn't just take that step, So it is kind of a step into the unknown, but the unknown might be exactly what you need to know, And until you, take that leap of faith, you'll never really get the opportunity to know. So, you come across messages like this and, they don't come to you by coincidence because, God, the universal creator, has a order and a plan, and it's like, well, how many more times do you need to hear the message? Do it now. What are you waiting on? You don't know how many people is depending on you to make that first move. That legacy, that greatness you could be leaving behind, for the future generations, The memories that awaits you in that place. And I don't even want to put you in that mindset of thinking that that place is far away, because do it now starts now, right?
Absolutely. Definitely have to do it now. Don't hesitate, like you said. We're going into a new year or a new direction, and just do it. Like whatever you want to do. Like, I mean, whatever's been tugging at your heart, take the leap. Have faith. Don't worry what too far. I mean, you have to think about the future, but don't think too far. Just do it now. You know, I always been told, you know, because, you know, I love photography and I always wanted a great camera. And I always have my friends and family would say, just start where you are. Don't worry about, you know, all what you want. Just use what you have at the moment. And sometimes we just have to use what we have at the moment. We may not think what we have is what we need, but I've realized wherever we are in life, we have what we need. We just have to see that.
Abundantly.
Yeah.
Abundantly. We have even more than we know we have. I mean, it's about tapping in, you know, to that deeper part of, you know, what we are. And that's where that, you know, it's that, what do you call it, that intuition, that call, that magnetic pull and force trying to, you know, just direct you to this, you know, you could call it a higher calling, or maybe it's even deeper, because, you know, you got to go, you know, to go higher, sometimes you got to go deeper in yourself, you know, and that's where the call coming from. I don't know what it is, you know, I don't know what it is for you.
I almost
so many
sang
different
a song
things.
for you just
Yeah,
now.
so many different things for
I had
so
to
many
like
different
hold that
people.
back. I felt something deep within me. I was about to give you like a praise right there. That was.
I'm saying, like, feel free to, you know, jot down a comment below. You know, just saying some things that you're gonna start doing now. You know, some things you're gonna make happen.
Something small, something big. Just, you know, I mean, you could be drinking more water.
Take that leap of faith. You know, you stepping up first. Like I said, might inspire somebody else to really, you know, get on a thug dizzle. See what I'm saying? And
Walk around the corner for 30 minutes a day. Say hello to someone. Smile more often.
Your health, man. Take care of your health. You know,
laugh more often.
Get that new job, man. Don't. That
job is very important. Sometimes,
I'm just saying.
You know, I'm big on, you know, we all have to work, but, you know, definitely work doing something you love, because we spend 90% of our times at work more than our families. So our work family sometimes is even more closer than your intermediate family, believe it or not, because you spend more time at work than you actually spend at home. Because when you're at home, whoever's at home may not be at home. They may be at work, because everybody got different work schedules, right? So sometimes when you at home, everybody got different work schedules. You just probably see them, you know, for, you know, maybe 1 or 2 hours when you know, wake up, getting ready to go to work. I mean, if they may be at sleep if you have different work. So you really don't see your real family if it's not on the weekends when somebody's off and you have, or family dinners. So your work family tends to be, you spend more time at work than at home, in reality.
Family is family, man. You can't
Family is
pick and
family, but
choose.
we have intermittent family. We have work. See,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
We all in this thing together, and I think that we at that time now where we are gonna be more active, in community, and I think we gonna come to a time where we gotta look out for one another more, and we start viewing our neighbors a little differently. Like we gotta normalize, doing, for others. And I think that's, when you say do it now, we got to consider that we not in this thing by ourselves. We in this thing with each other. We the human race. So
Yes.
that positive energy we put out there in the world could definitely come back, tenfold
Absolutely.
through the elevation of us as a people. So, it's almost kind of like, a negative, a curse if you don't, live out that purpose. Because it's like, you never know. Like I said early on, you never know who you're going to touch with your existence, And I hope that, the thing that I do with intention would, I'm not trying to change the world or anything like that. I just want to do my part as, as a human being, as a brother, as a friend, a son, a father, I just want to do my part as a citizen of the world. And I want to see us move forward because I know that regardless to if we move or not, this thing gonna keep going.
I'm glad you said that. As you know, we came together to do this as public expressions because we believe in the people. And I know I spoke to you about a gentleman that I met a few weeks ago that was looking for a way to provide for his family. And the way he spoke to me, I really touched his heart. He really touched my heart. And I don't know him. I don't know him personally, but the way he spoke to me, he just wanted to do what was right. And he came a couple of times, and I told him to come back, and he didn't come back. And I really wanted him to come back because I really wanted to help him, And I was walking down the street, and I saw him from behind, just from behind. I was like, I've been looking for you. He was like, really? I said, I told you to come back, but I didn't see you. He said, yeah, but I came back, but I was like, yeah, but I told you to come back and I didn't see you. So just to bring this up is to say, everyone is looking for a way to just do it now. And the way he spoke to me, I know he wanted some type of assistance, and I want to help him. I wanted to help him, and as you said, we're doing this to really help the people. And I was really happy that I saw him and able to help him when I was walking down. I felt like it was just the right moment. I was thinking about this man. I haven't seen him in a few days, and I bumped into him again, and I really felt great about seeing him. So since you brought it up about we're doing this to touch people, so the fact that I saw him after a few days, it just showed me that, we really out here, to touch the people.
Absolutely.
That's
And
that's
to
why
change the narrative, change
Yeah.
the narrative, change, change the, make the history. We right now I think that we leaving a trail of stardust. You know, it's little stars coming up behind us.
Yeah, and his wife's name was Delilah.
Okay.
And he was with her. She was like, "Wow, my name is." I was like, "I'm Layla." And she was like, "Well, I'm Delilah." I was like, "Okay, Delilah." And I felt like there was a little connection there, and they were with their kids, and he was really trying to do something, and this is what we're here to touch the people, and help them make a difference, and make them do whatever they want right now. And he's really trying to help his family at the moment. So since you brought up, this is what we hear, that made me bring up that story.
Yeah, any way we could, lend that helping hand, to take the load off of, just us as a people or for the community, man. We here for it. Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm the one, because I can only do my part, and you could only do your part. Mm-hmm. The listener can only do what they could do, and if we all doing what we gotta do together, then actually, things getting done, right? And I don't see it. I don't see it no other way but to be that example and role model for this future that we're building right now. They're gonna be able to, look and see. And we will be the elders someday, and we'll be able to, be proud of the things we doing now. Then, God willing. I've been saying that a lot because, unfortunately, I lost so many people this year. That's really close to me, man. Like, it's really mind-boggling when you think about it, and I kind of get shaky when I think about it, because it's like, yo, a couple of them was way too young, like, and like, did they really get the opportunity to fulfill their life purpose?
Yes. I mean, that's my perspective. You may see it a different way, but I believe if it happens, that's the universe will. It's not our will. We don't determine that, and that's. I think that's the hard part. That we don't determine that.
Well, I can only hope, for the best. And, the ones I lost are some real great people. So, I know that, they rested in a good place. And I know that I'm going to continue to do my part to keep this thing moving forward. And just be that beacon of light that, I was put on this earth to be. The beacon of light.
You gotta do it now.
Gotta do it now.
Mm-hmm. So as we, this is a very touchy, hard, personal topic, because, this is where people gotta really, believe in yourself and not have any concern on people's thoughts on you. So when we tell you to do it now, it's like you got to go within yourself and do what you feel. It's not what someone else feels, because what you feel and what someone else feels may not be the same. But you have to, honor and have faith in what you feel and do what you want now. Because, you know, tomorrow's not promised. Today's today. And you have to live in the moment.
Exactly. And don't be worrying about all that fakeness, trying to perfect and I got listen. Put your best foot forward. Like Layla said, utilize what you have. Start somewhere. And I guarantee you, like, you'll get somewhere.
Somewhere. I can guarantee them that too. I don't make too many guarantees and I don't make too many promises. But there's a few things I can make guarantees and promise on. One is, if you feel something in your heart, that means it can be done. You just gotta stay focused, be patient, and do it now. Don't worry about how you think it's supposed to go, because it will not go how you think it's supposed to go.
All the
Believe me. No, not at all.
All the time it won't.
No, I want to say 99.9% of the time. Because how we see it, it's really not how it's supposed to be. We want it to be that way.
But yeah, we don't always see it sometimes. We might just feel it and
Absolutely.
follow your heart. Follow that intuition. Make that thing happen. I wasn't putting too many things on what should be happening because I don't want to steer your direction. But you know what you're listening to right now. You know that thing that you've been needing to do. And don't even wait for the ball to drop. Do it now.
Do it now. Do it now. Especially if you feel it in your heart. It's there for a reason. Do it now. This is Popular Expressions. Share and like. Do you have anything else to say before we wrap up this this episode of Popular Expression on us letting the people know, do not procrastinate on what you feel in your heart. Just do it now.
I guess all I could say is shit, we did it again.
Voice your vision, showcase your spirit.